Hello and welcome back for another episode of Hollow Knight. This one is going to be different, and I assume we're going to have some different ones as we go through these pantheons, different from usual. I am right now in the editing studio and watching back gameplay from when I left you all last time. So this is footage directly from the PS5. Thank the good Lord that the PS5 is able to record in 1080p and 60 frames per second. The PS4 could not do that. So I am thankful for that. So that's what we have here to begin with. And if you remember last episode, I was really struggling with Zote again. So here we are yet again. Now, some things have happened since I left you all. I had to just grind and practice Zote in the Hall of Gods quite a bit. And I got to where I could more or less get him maybe about half the time, 60% of the time, consistently enough that I thought it was worth a shot to go back into the Pantheon. And so this is one of those Pantheon attempts that we're looking at here. So Zote is as far as I got last episode when we were doing it live, if you remember. So I just needed to practice on Zote some. So I've learned that there were several things that I was doing wrong when I was fighting Zote, quite a few episodes ago. And one of those is I said at some point, I just need to stay in the air all the time. That is a mistake. No. I learned that really you should be on the ground and ready to jump over something. And if you're in the air, you're just vulnerable to him jumping into you. As you can see here, I'm using Descending Dark to get some iframes and damage him when he does the big ground pound and when he's about to trip from doing the flail, where he just runs around and waves his nail. That's some stuff I learned from some YouTube guides, and I'm glad to see that it is pretty much universally accepted that Zote is really hard by being so random. So here, as you can see, I got him, for once. I'm not sure how many victories in total since we've been trying to do the Pantheon this is, but finally I was able to get past Zote. And now we're on to Umu. So for Zote again, the trick was stay on the ground. I think be far enough away to avoid whatever he's doing, but also Zote really keeps you on your toes, more than most other bosses, I would say. So it's really important to be on the ground. Be close enough to where you can see what he's doing. If he's far away, then something that I know in my head, but it's hard to execute sometimes, is to wait for when he's doing that scream, when he's ah, or whatever, because that means that he, from wherever he was when you couldn't see him, he's now teleported, and he went, down under the stage, and he's coming back at you from the top, and he's going to be, right on top of you. And so the best thing I learned to do was Descending Dark when he's about to hit the ground, so that I get iframes, and also he takes some damage as well. Another thing that I am not great at by this point is just kind of being aggressive. And so at time of recording this piece, which of course is after the fact, right, in editing, at the time of recording this piece, I know that it would be good if just every chance I got, if Zote was in any kind of animation, and it was safe for me to be on top of him, just to be wailing on him. Because it's really important to get, in my opinion, it's really important to get as much damage as possible, as quickly as possible, because just the longer he's alive, the longer some nonsense can happen. Of course, here we just did Umu, and Umu is really fairly easy as long as I have my head in the game, I guess I would say. Sometimes it is hard. Sometimes the electricity is just hitting at just the right spot, and it's perfectly synced up, and I'm just not doing well, and I get hit by it. But Umu is pretty okay. And so it's funny how Zote is like a hard roadblock, and then we get Umu, and then Hornet here is not that big of a deal. Now at this point, of course, it adds to Hornet that it adds to the difficulty that I am nervous after getting past Zote, because I don't want to have to go back and do Zote again. So that kind of adds to the pressure on Hornet. But I ended up getting pretty okay at fighting Hornet version 2 here. But I will say, like, at the time of me recording this that you're listening to right now, this voiceover, I have tried grinding some for a later Pantheon. And so I think I've refined a lot of how I approach most of these bosses. And I can get through them much faster and a lot more recklessly because I'm just more confident at this point. But Hornet version 2 here, I think this is Hornet Sentinel? I'm not sure. They have the two different Hornets have like two different titles. I'm not sure exactly what this one is, but Hornet version 2 that we fought close to the end of the story. Not too big of a deal, and actually this is just way easier, or it feels way easier at this point than when we were doing that for real, trying to actually beat the game in the story. It just felt like she was way faster when I was doing it, kind of for the first time. But now it's pretty okay. And the prickly obstacles, the thorns that she spins webs for to stay around the screen for me to run into, those don't feel as oppressive anymore. I don't know if that's just my mindset, or if the game just really was hating me during that initial part of the game several episodes ago, probably a great many episodes ago by now. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but when we were actually fighting her for real, it just was so hard. And so here, I can pretty reliably kill her. It would be good to do it with more health left over, though. Now we can see the final boss of Pantheon 3, the Great Nail Sage Sly. And I'm having to pause the game here because my hands are sweaty and I'm nervous, and I'm just trying to get my thoughts together for this. But man, I was just so amazed that I got to fight Sly, because we found out eventually in the main game that, he was actually the Great Nail Sage, and that he was the mentor of Oro, Mado, and Sheo. And man, now we actually get to fight him, and yeah, he just decimates me. He's super tough. So this isn't, I don't think this was my first attempt at him. but it is fairly early on. So by this point here, I knew it was time to just go ahead and grind him for sure. Do some practice on Sly. Oh, maybe that was my first meeting with him actually, so there you go. Okay. So, yeah, so I really have no clue what I'm doing. And I'm going to end up, and we'll skip it, I won't show you all of it. I, for probably a couple hours at least, ended up grinding Sly after this, because man, he's just tough. He's just really tough if you don't know what's going on, I think. However, you can eventually kind of boil him down to a few different moves that he does. And something that I struggled with basically forever as I did these Pantheons, and now I finally know for sure, is that you really just need to practice the bosses on attuned difficulty. I figured like, oh, maybe the really, like in the Pantheon 5 there's like ascended versions of bosses. No, you just sometimes get like the ascended version of their arena, but you only need to be able to kill, as in like you only need to be used to outputting enough damage for like the attuned version. So here we can see he does a jump. He does like a jump slash. When he hits the ground, he'll swing his sword back over his head. And sometimes I could get a little cheeky hit in there. He can do that spin attack, which is pretty easy to avoid if I'm like ready for it. The main move he does is this 1-2 spin and go up that he just did a second ago. 1-2 spin right there. And yeah, that's I guess his most common move. Something I kept getting got by was just the sheer range, because he's already got such a long nail that can, just because of how kind of how it's animated, he can reach further than I think every time. So gotta be really careful about that and be kind of further away than I think I need to be. But 1, 2, and then the spin jump upward. Then after he does that, he'll hit the ground and be vulnerable for a second. So in general, it's very important to bait out the 1-2 jump spin, and also not get hit, of course. So not like do a weird change in direction where I end up getting hit by the spin, even though I don't expect to. Also be ready for this, be ready to heal. And look at that. See, like these moments where I am going one way and then I change direction and go across him as he's attacking, that's where I get got quite a bit. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty tough. So eventually I just started trying Pantheon 3 over and over again, and after grinding as much as I did, and really just making sure that I could beat every boss, at least half the time, I just got tired of practicing, and I just tried to get lucky one time and keep banging my head against the wall and get it. So this is that run. So we don't need to be stressed here. We can just see what happens here. So, of course, Hive Knight. How I figured out to do Hive Knight is just like, of course, I'm always using Unbreakable Strength. And I learned way too late that you don't actually need Unbreakable Strength for these pantheons because you're in a dream world, so you can't actually, if you just have fragile strength, then it won't break if you die, of course. So Hive Knight, pretty much my strategy for Hive Knight from here on is just absolutely wail on him. Just like whenever he's standing still, be hitting him. And usually my damage output, 9 times out of 10, my damage output on him will be fast enough to where he just can't kill me. Here I'm having a pretty embarrassing attempt at Elder Who. Pretty goofy, I just keep getting hit by the pancakes. I have not yet refined, but I ended up figuring out eventually that I could get out of his big like whole room, this attack right here. I can get out of this way earlier than I do. Just for force of habit, I always wait till it gets to the middle and then dash out of it. But I could do it way earlier, and sometimes I do that to sneak out a little heal while it's safe. Oh yeah, like right there. Alright, so we eventually did get Elder Who. Elder Who seems like a pretty safe one to make sure that I'm full health going into the next fight. The Collector, I don't really have that much to say about the Collector, just like keep wailing on him. It's usually very feasible to, as long as I'm not rushing, just, you know, kill the ads as they come in, and then, you know, wail on the Collector. Hopefully get, like, at least 3 hits on him before he goes back up into the ceiling, right? So, just trying to kill the Collector as quick as I can. And he's also one where I hope I can get out of it at full health or close to full health. Mostly, I want to have full soul, and it's really easy to have full soul by the end of this fight. I don't think you can get any soul off of him, like, at all, but I think, of course, like, with the enemies that he throws at you, you can get a bunch of soul from them. So, it's hard to heal, like, in the middle of this fight, but there's always a little bit of time after you kill a boss to heal up real quick, a few masks worth of health. So I just try to make sure that that I get him in a timely enough manner that he's not too annoying. And usually on that stagger there, he's just got 1 hit left. So that's about how I do him. That's basically it every time. Now God Tamer, I always had to warm up for God Tamer. Because just every so often, it gets the best of me for some reason. Like I always just make a mistake trying to dodge the infection spit move that it does. And then a bad habit I have is hugging that wall there, which could sometimes get me hit. Or the beast just won't do what I'm waiting for it to do in those instances, and then I can get hit easier. So far, this is a better run. I don't know. I don't remember if I'm going to kill the ant dude. I guess that's the tamer. I don't remember if I'm going to kill the tamer in this run or not. I do know, like, here's one of those times where it just keeps spitting. It won't roll. I get up on the wall so that it's easy to roll or dodge the roll move. But sometimes it just won't do it. And then the tamer just gets closer and closer. Oh, that's why it's just a horrible spot to be in. And so I know I need to try not to do that, obviously. Alright, so pretty okay God Tamer there. I had some soul ready. I use a lot of soul as projectiles in that fight just to speed it up. less room for me to make a mistake if it goes by quicker. I've learned way too late that in the Hollow Knight community, it's disrespectful to hit Grim when he's doing his bow. So I apologize for that. Grim is one of my, I think, better and more consistent fights at this point. Regular Grim, of course. I know there's a not regular version of Grim that I haven't even done yet. But I can go into this fight being pretty confident, even if I happen to be low health, that I'm going to be able to make it out, because he telegraphs his moves really well, and he has this long, like, stagger where he becomes small and flies around. So that's a good time to heal, obviously. I know I'm preaching to the choir on that, but yeah. I'm just trying to talk through my thought process here. And I ended up learning from some guide that he does this move here at every fourth of his health that he has left. So when he does it, like, for the second time, then you know that he has half health left, I think. Or something like that. You can gauge how far along you are in the fight by how many times he's done that move. Yeah, so now he's done it again, so I know he's getting, like, close. And those projectiles are I just got to where those are very easy to dodge, so I'm glad that my practice paid off on that. That's all. There we go. Alright. So, pretty smooth Grim fight there. Then we have a checkpoint, and of course, the nervousness is starting to hit me, right? So we've got Galian now. My strategy for him is just, like, Abyss Shriek him to death if I can. Of course, that's like a pretty good amount of damage. I'm not sure how different it is again versus, like, just hitting him a lot with my nail with Unbreakable Strength on, since I don't have Shaman Stone or anything. So I'm not sure how Abyss Shriek compares there, but he's usually dead pretty fast if I can land enough Abyss Shrieks on him. It is a balancing act, though, of, like, don't get hit, don't be dumb and get hit while doing that. Because Abyss Shriek can leave you vulnerable for sure. So of course this is where the nerves kick in. I'm worried about Zote. So I'm just going to use my strategy that I was talking about earlier. Try to stay far enough away from him to not get hit immediately. But it's important to be able to see him as much as possible. Otherwise, he can come do something like that, of course. Also, in the run before this one, Zote killed me, so I'm pretty tense here. But yo, this is a pretty good first stagger. It feels pretty fast compared to usual. And something that I haven't mentioned is when he's spitting out those Zotelings, like, I do want to hit him or heal while he's doing it, but once they're out, once they're, like, moving, they are my top priority, because they just ruin everything if they're left to wander for too long. I probably didn't need to Descending Dark here, but I'm just trying to have a good habit that keeps me safe. That right there is also a good time to hit him, if I'm close to him already. That was a pretty good maneuver there, I must say. Now here he comes. Get the D Dark. Just made a goofy mistake there. Oh. But right there, see, he summoned those bombs and I had time to hit him several times. So that's really what I'm trying to get as we do this here. Throughout this fight, I'm trying to get just good opportunities to wail on him for several hits. Got pretty lucky there. Didn't have a Descending Dark ready yet, but avoided the slam somehow. Now here I'm just getting sucked into the flail. Can't quite get on top of it. But yeah, we killed him, so I am feeling pretty good about that because he did get me last time. Now here comes stinking Umu. And Umu isn't super difficult, but it does take a long time, and that's a lot of, the longer it takes is the longer, or the more opportunities I have to make a mistake, basically. So I don't really like Umu, and I feel like that jellyfish should have gone upward to get him just now. And I wish they would have made it more similar to the main game Umu fight, where Quirrell comes and helps and makes Umu vulnerable for you to hit. I get it, like, Quirrell isn't here, but dang, these jellyfish, they're you can just get unlucky and have no opportunity to hit Umu for quite a while, potentially. Unless you're just really good at the game, which a lot of people are. But for me, it's really hard to get a good angle to hit a jellyfish into Umu sometimes. So it's kind of a fight that makes me anxious about that. Don't know how I didn't take damage there, but I made up for it by just running directly into him. That's good. And that was a bad move right there. That was stupid of me. I've seen speedrunners get a good timed dream nail hit on Umu. Stand on a platform, let him come to you, and then have the dream nail already going and get some free soul off of him. I haven't really practiced that, so I don't really try to do that. But there we go. So I got through that with a pretty good amount of health. So here we are in Hornet 2 again. Ooh, and she's just really letting me have it this time. So right off the bat, I'm kind of on edge. I'm like, wow, am I really going to come all this way and get killed by Hornet? Because really, I don't think she's hard anymore. But man, if you're not careful, she can she can definitely do a number on you, I guess. If I'm just not playing well, I am in danger for sure. But that's the whole game, basically, so that's how it goes. That's also the point of these pantheons, is endurance and being turned on, you know, being, you know, operating on full power for the whole duration of the boss rush, and that's a challenge in and of itself. She's still easier than Zote, though. She's still easier than Zote because she is just less random than him. So now I've clawed my way back up to full health, which is something you can do. At least we have that, because this is a fight where you can take your time and maintain your health and make a comeback if you don't start off too well. I did a lot better in the practice, the previous not practice, but in the previous run, which is practice, you know. Anytime that isn't the last time you do something is practice. So when we saw another run of this fight earlier this episode, you know, I probably did that one better, but, you know, this one's okay. I'm just trying to be careful and clear out whatever at this point. Just clear out all the obstacles, don't take too much damage, don't get my health too low, just take it easy, take my time. Here I'm using magic to try to just close it out a little sooner, because I feel like that's better than prolonging it and having more opportunities to make a mistake. And there we go. She's finally done. Ooh. So now I'm pausing the game again because my hands are sweaty, I'm nervous. Not too long of a pause though, right? Get over that. I should have handled that differently. Also, if he stands there, especially if he's like on one side of the screen, you know he's gonna do a rush forward. Yeah, so if he goes to like the corner of the screen, of the map, and does a charge animation, then you know he's going to shoot across the floor and do the dash slash move. If he's just somewhere in the middle and he's doing that same charge, then he's just going to stand still and do it. But man, it's got some range. It can hit, like, I can be like 10 feet above him and still get hit by that sometimes. Most important thing for Sly, once I figured out kind of how he functioned, was like, you know, don't change anything. Don't try to be fancy. Play the game the way I know how to play it. And sometimes that's hard. Sometimes you can get greedy, or just something will make sense in that moment. I'm trying to just keep doing what I'm doing. You know, if he does something slightly different, and I think I might have an opportunity to capitalize on it, I'm weighing that option very carefully. And I hope that in those situations, I'm not going to go after it and risk making a mistake. You know, if he does something different, oh well. You know, if I miss some possible optimal damage on him, oh well. I'm just going to try to play it safe. 1, 2, spin, get over it, hit him. Right there, see? I was definitely in the animation of that. There are times when that hits me where I really don't believe that I'm actually in. I was actually in the physical arc that his sword made there. So that counted. That was okay. But man, it can just feel like it's mapping me sometimes. Man, and he just goes on forever. But we're doing good. I know I'm doing good at this point. I just need to not screw up. Right. Just trying not to take any chances. Bait out a move that I know I can hit him after he does it. Wait for him to do whatever move that might be. And get in a good position as well. He keeps coming to me when I'm like against the wall. Alright, and it's phase 2. So, I don't have any good footage of me when I was grinding trying to do this for phase 2. But basically, the strategy I came up with was just, once I know he's going to do this spin attack here, I'm going to dash to the side and hope that it just barely doesn't hit me. And once it's going, like once I do that, I'm trying to get back towards him without getting hit, without running back into the attack, so that I can hit him with Mind Mail. And you know, I think that's more or less the intended strategy for this. I don't know, you know, if this is a weird way to do it. I don't know what the right way is. But boom, there we go. We finally beat Sly, and so we've finally beaten Pantheon number 3, Pantheon of the Sage, in 22 minutes and 27 seconds. So, hooray! Okay, so, oh, and we got Godseeker mode. Interesting. I'm not really doing anything with Godseeker mode, but hey, we have it. So now I'm celebrating, as you can see, but now we'll go and do like a live segment as usual, right? So I'm going to now connect this with the clip of me doing my first attempt of Pantheon 4. So we'll go into that now. Hello and welcome back for another episode of, look at Sly in all his glory. Welcome back for another episode of Hollow Knight. Last time, I was beating my head against the wall for Pantheon number 3. And then, off camera, but in PS5 capture, I completed Pantheon 3. Now we've exited the God Home, and what do we find here? Hallowed land, tuned gods. So now we've found... This looks like the Godseeker. Godseeker was stuck, right? Stuck in a thing. Then we dream nailed her, I guess it's a her, to come to God Home. Oh, look at this. Creeper, did thee wake us? Revived this kingdom. These gods tuned and bested, gleaming in mind, bright, sharp. And this, our form swells. Large, nay, immense, majestic. Hibernation, so long forced upon us, yet the shell that results is strong. So strong. Thine gaze is adoring. You must think us godly, amusing, foolish, but thou art faced with enormity and beauty true. Hello nest, even fading, a glorious land of gods. Never, never, the gods here will never die. Okay, so now it looks like we need to, in order to get another ending, let's look at the map. So, in order to get in order to get the what's called the delicate flower ending, which we can do either ending for this last trophy that we want. Not the last trophy, but the what is it? The Embrace the Void trophy. Let's see. Yeah, so we've gotta do the last boss rush, which we haven't done the second to last one yet, but we will. I want to kill this thing for the hunter. There we go. Anyway, there's two different endings we can get when we complete that, when we do what we need to do to get that trophy. I'm going to get the one... I'm going to get a certain one, and we're going to work on getting that to work in just a few here. So what I have to do is, now the God Seeker, like, they're awake, you know? Oh, didn't know you were here. The God Seeker is awake, so what I'm gonna do is I need to deliver one of those delicate flowers, I believe, to the God Seeker. And we're gonna try to cheese it a little bit. Wow. Gonna try to cheese it. And I need to kill this thing for the hunter. So I'm gonna do that here. But, so we're briefly back in the real world and not in God Home. So, we're gonna do this thing for the hunter. Just kill enough of this enemy. And then we'll work on delivering that flower. I don't know, like, what actually it's doing. What actually it will do for us to bring that flower. I just know that's how you get a certain ending of the game. So, gonna do that, then resume going about our business with the pantheons, and then that'll be eventually, once we actually get that done, that'll be like the last of the difficult trophies. There are 5 pantheons. We've got to do the Pantheon of the Night next, and that's number 4, and that'll be a trophy. And then and then it'll be like a full boss rush for the other trophy, the Embrace the Void trophy, which will unlock along with this ending. So it's kind of a lot, but we are gonna do it. And now I have successfully found my way back. I think I want to get this bench that we are currently close to, which I think now is above us, maybe? I'm not too sure. Is this where it is? Yeah, okay. So I want to be on this bench. And now I want to put on Let's see. I don't need these. I want to put on... Well, that'll be good. Put on long nail. Want the map thing. That's what I want. And we can have Mark of Pride. Yeah. Yeah, alright. So, now I'm going to teleport. So my plan that I think will work is we will leave our... We're just not going to sit on a bench now. We're going to... Where? We have to go back to... Like here, I think. So we'll go to Queen's Gardens. And we'll get a delicate flower there. We should, anyway. We're not sitting on the bench. And we're going up and over and left. Oh my gosh. Well, we're getting that out of the way now. So now I'm going to put my teleport here. Yep. And now I'll pick a flower. And now what we should be able to do, I've read, is cheese this by quitting out. Then we'll resume. And we'll go back to that bench in Royal Waterways. And now, do I have the flower? Yes. Okay. So I need to deliver that to the God Seeker. Ah, well, that's not going to work, is it? Okay. Well, that's why we've got the cheese. Because it will be easy. I'll just have to do it correctly. I pick the flower. I quit out. Ah, I'm scared. I'm scared that we're going to do this and then find out that it won't actually work or something. So I'm going to upload my save data first. I'm uploading the save data before I do this. Upload. Okay. But once we get this, once we beat these two pantheons after doing this flower, it should change the ending that you get from beating the last pantheon, but it should still give us the trophy as well. There's nothing that says it doesn't, so. Okay, so now we're going back in. We're at almost 69 hours, boys. Whew. That is... that's still mostly doing the actual story progression. But it's a little bit of, not. We need to go down somehow. Ooh. That was worrisome. Is this the way we go? Not sure. Crap. Okay. We gotta be very careful. That's giving us plenty of soul, which is nice. Okay. So we're getting close-ish. No. I went the wrong way. I'm dumb. This is how you get to the other place. Ah, let's... Oh no. Okay. Yeah, now do we go up here? Man, it's way closer than I was making it, isn't it? So we need to go left and up. Oh. Okay, so that one's dead. Need to go up. Is there one of those things above us? I thought there was. Oh, there he is. This is a slow game we're playing. But it's better than having to go back. Hey, so I guess that one's dead. We got that progress on the hunter. Huh. We have some kind of shortcut. But I think I still need to go up. Oh, yeah, there's one. And Soul Catcher actually would have been good. Have as a charm. Okay. That one's dead. Oh no, what's here? Okay. There are enemies here? Junk pit. What draws thee here, crawler? Faith, fear, or do thee also seek the gods? Here, heart of the kingdom. We listen for them here. But some gods are distant still, must be awoken. Take the god tuner and seek ye the gods. Seek, that they may find their way, tuned to mind, tuned to home. Reward. As reward for thine services, ye shall be allowed to linger here. Linger and gaze on our magnificent shell, our overpowering beauty. Still got the flower. Ah, okay. Give the flower. Yep. An offering? Yes, the crawler makes an offering to us. Rare bloom, tiny and pure. No god, though. No godliness, but still. What does crawler ask for in return? To touch? Our thick gleaming hide? To see? See the exquisite face beneath our mask? Such strange prayers. No, no! Crawler presumes too much. The gift is ours, kept by us. But our mysteries will be preserved. Gods, many shapes, they assume. This bloom, then? A splinter, cast off? Refuse of something greater? No, no tune. If it sings, we cannot hear it. So, I give the flower, and then I guess that's it. Okay, so now we're going back in. And now we'll be going in for Pantheon number 4. And we're just going in blind again. Ah, so this opens now that we have done the first 3. Okay. What about that door down here? Does it do anything? Not this one, but this one. I don't know what that is yet. It's got 16 circles on it in total. Some being bigger than others. Pantheon of the Night. Seek the pure God. Okay, let's go in. I don't know what bosses this is going to have. So, we'll just go in. Oh, also, I've changed my charm build. O gods of Hallownest, graciously thee open the way to this greatest of pantheons. Thy voices grow closer, and thy resonance draws us even ever higher. Okay. Pray will we, attune will we, until that spark of divine light shines from the deepest darkness. Enraged Guardian, okay. Ah. Crap. Okay. So he's not hard. Now it's Lost Kin. I remember Lost Kin being awful. My gosh. Dude. Ah. Ah. Man, he jumps so far. Oh my gosh. I'm never ready for it. Okay. Well, that was short. Man, Lost Kin is trash, dude. Oh my gosh. Lost freaking Kin. We'll see if we can get past Lost Kin this time, and if not, we'll have to take him on in the Hall of Gods. Oh. Come on, how many hits? One freaking more. He needed one more. Okay, Lost Kin again. I forget that he'll just freaking jump. My gosh. Oh my gosh. Come on, dude. Oh my gosh, he's so hard. He's just so awkward. I hate that the freaking dream bosses are in here. The dream bosses are all overpowered. Like, there's not a single one that is fair. That's not true, but... So, Broken Vessel. If I want to fight Lost Kin, do I have to pick Broken Vessel? Is that like the... Well, Broken Vessel Ascended be? No. No, I think I... Wow. Okay. I'm ready to leave, and I think I can switch it to Lost Kin out here. Okay, Lost Kin. Yeah. come on. Oh, come on. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. He has too much freaking range on his jump. It's just so ridiculous. My gosh. Yeah, that's it. Oh my gosh, dude. He's insane. I don't know how I mean, it took several tries when we fought him for real. Or, you know, to get essence out of him. Gosh. My word! What? These things won't stop spawning, so there's no time to heal. Oh my word. Are you serious? Oh my gosh. He's got too much freaking jump range. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna keep trying him. Huh. I feel like the... My gosh, just the jump is insane. My gosh, I can't get up. Oh my, I can't get on top of these freaking balloons. Are you serious? Come on. No freaking way. Ah, man, I wonder how close I was. If only there was a freaking health bar so you could see, like, how close. It's just like... I'm freaking hitting him, but didn't count. Oh my gosh. Dude, what in the world? This jump that he does. Oh my gosh, I'm pressing down. I'm pressing down and attack. Oh my gosh, that was just unlucky. That was just unlucky garbage, because it would not let me pogo on the balloons. I'm just counting it as them hitting me first. Gosh. His freaking jump. My gosh. Come on. Oh. Are you serious? I hit it. Are you freaking kidding me? I hit the balloon. Oh my gosh. We're gonna reach a point where, like, he's not so tough that he's impossible. Oh my gosh, what the heck? These balloons. They just absolutely will not get hit half the time. My gosh. His jump makes him one of the hardest bosses in the game, though. Oh my, like, why am I taking damage when I'm hitting them? This is just so stupid. It doesn't make sense how I'm taking damage. Let me look at my charms again. I've got freaking Mark of Pride. Oh, I guess I could do it a little earlier. I think now I was intending on sticking with probably what I had for doing Zote. Oh my gosh. Oh my, why is it not getting this freaking balloon? Oh my gosh. Dude, I'm hitting it. Just the dropped input right now. And spawn the balloon exactly where I'm going. Oh my gosh. Well, I can last quite a while, but can't do much in the way of damage to him. I'm sure there's some... Oh my gosh. I'm sure there's something you can do to just absolutely dominate him. Are you... What the heck, dude? The balloons. Dude, I guess I'm just trying to do too much at once. I don't know. Dude, I am attacking these balloons. I am. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look up a video. This is just stupid. This is a stupid fight with just no, like... Oh, what is he freaking called? Lost Kin. I can't... Now that I'm trying to look him up, I can't remember his name. It seems like we just need to keep running at him, I guess. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. See, how does he... Oh my gosh. Okay, I freaking hit that balloon. And that's it. Oh my gosh. So whenever I get in the corner, he wants to do that jump. He wants to do the freaking jump directly to me whenever I get in that corner. Whenever I get in any corner. Oh my gosh. He's just spamming the jump now. Okay, it's here where we're gonna have to stop and I'm gonna have to practice this forever off screen. Bye. Hey, so it's me from the future again. So next episode probably gonna be very similar to this one, and off screen I've already done a lot of grinding. So next episode we'll see a little bit of that, and then the completion of Pantheon 4, and then we'll see how much time we have then, and if anything else comes at the end of that. Well, thank you for being here for this one. Hope you're enjoying hearing about the journey and witnessing some of it for these Pantheons. Oh, I just can't imagine doing it all live and editing just hours and hours and hours of footage. So this is how I wanted to do it, to take some pressure off and not need a billion external hard drives to hold all the footage to edit through to begin with. So anyway, hope you're still enjoying it. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.